Dear students, welcome to this class. Today we will be dealing with regioselectivity. Earlier on we had studied chemoselectivity, where we studied how to react one functional group in presence of the other. But what we are now trying to actually solve or see to is how to react one specific part of a single functional group and no other. That is, functional group. Earlier in the case of chemoselectivity, there were two functional groups and we wanted to react one of them but over the other. But here things are far more subtle, because we want to just react a specific part of a single functional group. So functional group is just one, and which part it will react, we have to see, because otherwise different products are formed. In this case, we had studied that where phenol is present in the presence of a base, what will happen? O-alkylation will occur, because obviously O negative, it is in the presence of a base, H positive will leave, phenoxide ion will be formed, and this phenoxide ion on methylation will be easily methylated. So an O-alkyl derivative will be formed. On the other hand, if we took a compound of this nature which had an active methylene group, which in the presence of a base, now this will lose a hydrogen, so a carbene ion center will be formed here, carbene ion, in other words an unsaturated, an enol, we can say. Enol will be formed, enolate will be formed, because O negative, and then over here the electron pair which will create an enolate, and this enolate on methylating, it will be not the O methyl, we will be getting the C methyl. So see the difference in the behavior of these two functional groups, that they are alkylated on different parts. Here we have O alkylation, whereas over here we do not have O alkylation, but we have over here C alkylation. This C negative is the one which adds to this CH3 positive. So taking these into consideration as to how to make one specific part of a single functional group react, this is known as regioselectivity. Region. In the structure itself, one is determining as to which part should react of a single functional group. Let's move on then to the regioselectivity in alkylation of ketones, as to how regioselectivity plays an important role, because we can get different compounds if there are regioselective issues. For example, if this is our target molecule, this carbonyl compound with CH2C6H5 at this position, how can we synthesize it? In order to synthesize this type of a target molecule, there is this functional group, so that disconnection will be 1,2-CC disconnection, because it is not at this position where the functional group is present, but 2 carbons after the second carbon. So this will take place over here. As a consequence, we know one part will get negative charge and the other will get the positive charge. Seeing the structure of this carbonyl, you can very well point out as to this carbon will be getting a negative charge, because we know hydrogen, this is acidic hydrogen next to the carbonyl alpha position, so this will get a positive charge, and this will get a negative charge, and this will get a positive charge. As a consequence of this, the synthetic equivalents which will be formed will be C6H5CH2 positive with an X negative, and we know this is negative, so this negative with an H positive will give us this ketone. Now this can be further disconnected. How? This can be disconnected at this level, again 1,2, because functional group, this is the functional group 1 carbon, this is second carbon, so 2 carbon away from this. So this disconnection will again give us this ketone plus the other part, because this will be negatively charged, alpha position, so this can be a carbene ion easily in presence of a base, and the other part will be positively charged, which when attached to this halide will give this type of a synthetic equivalent. Now let's see what will happen on return. Let's follow this pattern which we have done of retrosynthesis while in the reverse. So if this is connected to this, that is in the presence of a base, nucleophilic substitution takes place and we get this as our compound. It can take place either here or either, carbon negative and carbon positive. Okay, now what will happen once this C6H5CH2X, another such reaction will occur. CH2 positive and C negative. Now we have C negative on either side. That means the C6H5CH2 can be substituted at this place or at this place. C6H5CH2 positive can come here at this carbon negative, because this will also be negative, or it can come at this point, this will also be negative. But we require it to appear at this place only, because this is the condition in the target molecule, as we can see. So how is this? That means this functional group can be attacked, one functional group, we are seeing as to which specific part of this functional group can be attacked. Which part? This part or this part? There is functional group is just one, but in the structure either this part can be attacked or this part can be attacked equally. This therefore the question of regioselectivity, because we want to just select one of these two regions, either this or this, and in our target molecule we require this to be the preferred site so that we can get our target molecule. So this regioselectivity, this alkylation of the ketone, the regioselective alkylation can be managed if this part is activated as compared to this. Now how can this be activated? This can be activated if it is turned into an active methylene group. Active methylene means this CH2 with an electronegative group here automatically will have the more acidic hydrogen as compared to the CH3, which is not activated. So our question of forming the target molecule that is being solved. That is, now we are taking regioselective alkylation of this ketone. We are being selective. Based on our knowledge of chemistry, we are actually the ones who are controlling this reaction as to which site should be attacked, this site or this site. And so, by virtue of our knowledge of chemistry, we know if we activate this site, hence this active methylene group will be more reactive. So let us see then how we form the target molecule. Obviously, in order to form this target molecule now, we will take this in a modified form. That is, we will start or initiate the reaction by not taking the simple ketone but by taking its activated form. So it is activated at this end. Hence, when it reacts further in the presence of a base, the carbene ion will be formed from this portion of the functional group rather than this. So what will happen? Therefore, our alkyl halide will attack at this position. Propyl bromide here, 1, 2, 3, propyl bromide will therefore attack at this position, and we will get this type of a substituted product. This further, in the presence of a base now, because this has one more hydrogen here, so again H will be eliminated H positive by means of this base. So this still is the active side. So this substitution will also take place over here. C6H5, CH2 positive, and this is carbon negative. As a consequence of this, now we have got the right orientation for our target molecule. And this on hydrolysis and heating with H positive, as we know happens for active methylene compounds, this CO2 and C2H5OH will be lost and we will get our target molecule. So this was the regioselective alkylation of this compound, so that only one side of the functional group was selected for attack in order to form this target molecule. Now the regioselectivity in Michael reaction, how can that be achieved? Well, for that we do not need any particular strategy. What applies here is the general mechanism of reaction, whereby we know that stable nucleophile, they give the thermodynamic product, and the strongly basic nucleophiles, which are very reactive, they form the 1,2 products. So if this is the unsaturated ketone, alpha beta unsaturated ketone, when this will react, then there can be reaction in two ways. One is the direct addition on this, that is 1,2 addition. This is known as 1,2 addition because O negative and here C positive, this will be the one which will be reacting. On the other hand, we have at the same time a carbon double bond carbon. So this carbon double bond carbon will tend to react in a Michael addition, that is the 1,4 addition, counting from here. So this is the 1,4 addition. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now what will happen if we have, when do we have rather the regioselective, how do we do? We take some strategy like we did earlier for the earlier alkylation in the case of ketones. No, here the simple principles or the simple mechanism is applies that if there are stable, if we have a stable nucleophile, stable means it will not be so reactive. So it will give us the thermodynamic product. Why the thermodynamic product? In other words, the Michael addition will take place. The Michael or the 1,4 addition will take place. 1, 2, 3, 4. So where is the nucleophile adding? This is termed as the 1,4 addition. The nucleophile is adding at the double bond. Carbon to carbon double bond is the one which is being destroyed. Why? Because as compared to the carbon-carbon double bond, the carbon double bond oxygen is more strong. This is weak, soft. This is a soft target. So our nucleophile is not so strong. So it is a weak nucleophile, and moreover it is a stable nucleophile. That is, it will attack at the, being stable, it will attack the softer target, that is the carbon double bond carbon, to give us the thermodynamically stable product, so that this strong bond is retained. This is not destroyed. The carbon-carbon is destroyed, but this is not destroyed. This is 1,4 addition. On the other hand, in the same unsaturated ketone, if we have a very strong nucleophile, strongly basic nucleophile, in that case 1,2 addition will take place. That is, the addition on the carbonyl will take place because our nucleophile is so strong, it is very reactive. So it will kinetically be favored. It will react at once. It will react at once and form the 1,2 or direct. Direct means attack on the carbonyl. So O negative H, and here's our nucleophile. And this bond CC will remain as such. In other words, because the nucleophile is strong, very basic, and it is highly reactive, so it will at once tend to attack this carbon double bond oxygen, leading to the formation of a direct product. So it is kinetically favored as nucleophile is more reactive. Now let's see if we have an unsaturated aldehyde. Unsaturated aldehyde, in that case, we are having a direct addition, 1,2 addition in this aldehyde, because carbon is more positive here, so a direct addition. And this bond is not destroyed in the case of aldehyde. On the other hand, when we have an unsaturated ester or an unsaturated ketone, in that case, Michael addition takes place. So you see, these are certain norms or rules by virtue of their stability. So we are not designing any strategy for them. It happens automatically that if it is an unsaturated ester or a ketone, in that case, we will be having a 1,4 addition. That is a Michael addition. So as a general rule, we can say that strong nucleophiles like NH2, RO, hydride, these are they add in directly in a 1,2 manner. They have strong nucleophiles like we discussed earlier because they are very reactive. So they attack direct on the carbonyl, that is 1,2 addition. On the other hand, are less reactive nucleophiles, that is the ones which are stable. So these are like amines, neutral amines, RS, and stable carbene ions, and because they are stable, so they will give the thermodynamic product. In other words, we will be getting the 1,4 or the Michael product. Michael addition will take place. So if we have an unsaturated compound of this nature, this is an unsaturated ester, and if we reduce it by means of hydrogen, which is hydrogen palladium, the general reaction, it is not ionic, so what will be the carbon-carbon double bond, that will be destroyed, soft, okay. So now if we are using lithium aluminium hydride, which is a strong nucleophile, and as we had studied earlier, if it is a strong nucleophile, then we will be getting a 1,2 addition. So it will be the C double bond O, which will be reduced to CH2OH. So this is, as a general rule, we can say that we can predict, therefore, what type of product will be formed or what type of target molecule will be formed by using which type of a nucleophile, whether we will get a 1,4 addition or we will get a direct 1,2 addition. So taking these things into consideration, let's see the retrosynthesis of this target molecule. As we can see, this target molecule, the CH2OH, it can be converted into the ester. Why into the ester? Because when we will try to synthesize this, we know that the alpha-beta unsaturated esters, they are directly reduced by using lithium aluminium hydride. Lithium aluminium hydride is the regioselective reagent for reducing this particular compound, because it will not be affecting the carbon double bond carbons, it will just be affecting this carbonyl group and reducing it to the alcohol. So regioselectivity by using this was the case of 1,2 or direct 1,2 addition. That is, COO was reduced to CH2OH. And what was the reagent? Lithium aluminium hydride. So this is how regioselectivity was seen at the concept that we studied earlier based on these principles. Now this target molecule here, if disconnected at this level, that is directly disconnected at this double bond. When it is directly disconnected at this double bond, so this will lead to the formation of this vinyl carbene ion, negative charge, and this positive charge. This positive charge, by elimination of H positive, will lead to the formation of our reagent. This is the synthon synthetic equivalent, therefore will be an alpha beta unsaturated ketone. And the other carbene ion, now we know this carbene ion, which is the vinyl carbene ion, is very stable because of the S character. This is sp2 hybridized. So because it is stable, therefore this will give us the thermodynamic product. Thermodynamic product means not the 1,2, but it will attack this bond, carbon double bond carbon rather than, so the attack will be Michael addition will be preferred, isn't it? Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So rather than a 1,2 addition at a carbonyl, we will be getting a 1,4 addition at this carbon double bond carbon, because this is a stable carbene ion. So the synthesis therefore is now easy to predict that this, how can this be found? We very well know this copper lithium, this vinyl. So this will lead to the formation of C negative here, this reagent, and this will attack this unsaturated alpha beta unsaturated ketone. Alpha beta unsaturated ketone will therefore not be attacked at this end, rather it will be this we studied earlier in the concepts, if you recollect. So it will be giving us the product in a Michael addition way because of this alpha beta unsaturated ketone. So this will be carbon negative. This alpha beta unsaturated ketone will be here carbon positive, and we will get our required target molecule. So this was regioselectivity, where we saw how one side of a functional group reacts in preference to the other side. So this is the functional group. Here this was reacting rather than this or this. Otherwise these are the reactive sites. This is acidic, reactive, alpha carbon. This hydrogen here, this is also reactive, alpha. But the one which we wanted to react in the target molecule was this. So we found the alpha beta unsaturated ketone and disconnected it at this level, at this end, so that we got a carbene ion. And the carbene ion being a stable carbene ion, and this being an alpha beta unsaturated ketone, the Michael addition was preferred and we got our target molecule. So this is all for today. I hope you follow regioselectivity, that is the preferential reaction at one side of one functional group.